Monrovia football was started by Coach Demas and members of the community known as the Football Fathers in 1969. This is the class of 1975 during their 7th grade season and is found in the 1970 yearbook. According to the Sesquicentennial Book and research done by Virginia Jett, Monrovia had football in 1912 and the program was discontinued in the 1920s. This newspaper clipping was found by Steve Reeder in the Mooresville Times, and it has a Monrovia football game facing Danville. The date for this game was 1906. The oldest recorded account of a Monrovia football game, however, is in 1899, and this clipping was found in the Indianapolis Journal. This is considered to be the first Monrovia football team. The class of 1975 were 8th graders in this photo. The program started off with junior high and developed through freshman, junior varsity, and finally varsity in 1973. One key aspect to the start of the football program that has been illustrated by Dean Hadley and the research done by LaDonna Anderson for the 1984 Sesquicentennial Book is the selflessness work of the community. The original bleachers for the football program were donated by Stanley Judson and came from the old gym. Dean Hadley remembers players taking the bleachers from the old gym and installing them on the field. This photo from the Mooresville Times shows Coach Demas with quarterback Dean Hadley. Dean is a 6th generation Monrovian, was captain of the football team, and a 10 varsity letter winner. Dean would also letter in wrestling and baseball and would later go on to play football and baseball at DePauw. Dean is currently thought to be the first Monrovia alumni to play college baseball. The Hubbard Mill provided a grain bin to be the concession stand, and Gordon Hadley had a connection to IPL, which is why Monrovia was considered the best lit football field. Local farmers also contributed to leveling the playing field. The field was later named after Gordon Hadley due to his contribution to the Football Fathers. Football Fathers also bought the first scoreboard in 1971 and provided the first locker room, which was actually burned by arson. They worked with the construction class to build the block locker room in 1976 that, although still in use, has been added onto. The Football Fathers officers included President John Seasting, Vice President Ivan Terrell, Secretary Don Watson, and Treasurer Gordon Hadley. Monrovia was drastically changed by football and many new traditions were started. One key example was Mr. Football and homecoming. The first Mr. Football was center Steve Brady, who is also a member of the Monrovia Athletic Hall of Fame. Coach Demas started Mr. Football and the first 4 were awarded to Steve Brady. Since then, it has gone to a senior football player and was originally given at homecoming. The first football homecoming queen was Terry Stater Speck. Along with Mr. Football and Homecoming Queen, the week also has had a homecoming parade with organizations making floats with the Princess and Queen candidates riding as well. Later on, the previous year's Mr. Football and Homecoming Queen rode in the parade to award that year's winners. There was also a bonfire, Spirit Week powder puff game, and a spirit jug awarded to the class with the most spirit. The most notable early Monrovia football team was the 1978 Bulldogs. They were undefeated, winning football's first conference title and qualifying for the playoffs. Monrovia played Hamilton Southeastern at home, and reports stated that up to 5,000 people attended the game. Monrovia ended up losing 20-14. Coach Wayne Staley, who had taken over for Coach Demas, had added many traditions and changes to Monrovia football, including a weight training program, midnight practice, and football camp. Coach Staley would later leave Monrovia for Terre Haute North. Rick Strife was running back for the team and eventually left Monrovia as the conference record holder in running yards and was number 3 all-time for the state of Indiana. Rick Strife would go on and play receiver at Butler. He would later continue on to coach Cathedral to 10 state championships, which is the most of any coach in Indiana history. He and Wayne Staley have both been inducted into the Monrovia Athletic Hall of Fame. Thanks for watching. This has been a Monrovia Moment brought to you by Faith Nagel.